Final Richie, my balls. Let me adjust this camera here. There we go. That's a little better. Still fucked up, but okay, whatever. Hey everybody, it's Final Richard with another video. It's Friday. Try to do one on Friday, sometimes Saturday. There's people showing their box sets, so I thought I would show my box sets. And I saw a video by Billy Hirsch showing his cassettes. Unbelievable. He has he has more cassettes than record stores have, you know. There are a few record stores that do still sell cassettes around here. But anyways, first off, I'm not really a big fan of box sets. And the reason why is they take up too much room. You'll get, a lot of times you get 3 records, 4 records, and it takes up more room than what 4 records would take up. Because you get a book, and everybody, it comes with a real good book with really cool pictures. Well, I'm kind of beyond the age of picture books. You know, picture books do not interest me whatsoever. And so I'm not really a big fan of box sets, but I do have quite a few. And I have more CD ones than I have album ones. And I'll explain that as I go along. And I'm going to combine, we're packing up and going through shit right now because we're going to be moving. And I found my old cassette box that I used to take, in my car. So I'm going to open that and show those. And cassettes, to be honest, I don't get collecting cassettes at this day and age. But I'll get into that later. First box set, it's the first one I ever bought. It's the Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band Live, 1975 to 1985. Now, back in the day, the box sets it has a little book, and then the records are just in sleeves. That's how they were packaged back then. My favorite side of this is side 5. It's got Badlands, Because of the Night, Candy's Room, Darkness on the Edge of Town, and Racing in the Street. It's just fantastic. And then side 1's good too. It starts out with Thunder Road, and Adam Raised a Cain, Spirit of the Night, and 4th of July. Those are probably the 2 sides I play the most. Some of the later stuff, like, I don't listen to. I like Bruce Springsteen. I like his 70s stuff better than the 80s. The next, and I bought that when it came out, and you can get this really cheap, and it's worth it because some of those, like the 2 sides I just mentioned, are fantastic. This is the second box set that I ever bought. It's Muddy Waters, Chess. It's 6 record set, and I bought this when it came out. And again, it's just a box with this book, and the records are just on sleeves. This is fantastic, dude. After I bought this, I made a cassette, and I took all my favorite tracks off of this, and I did a 90-minute cassette, and man, I would be jamming Muddy Waters in the car. See, that was a good thing about cassettes. You can make the mixtapes. Now, I didn't buy any more box sets for quite a long time, and this was the next one that I bought. It's Captain Beefheart, Sun Zoom Spark, 1970 to 72. It's got Lick My Decals Off, Baby, The Spotlight Kid, Clear Spot. Now, I have all 3 of those records already, so I didn't need this, but it's got a record of outtakes. Now, these are the 3 records. This record here, Spotlight Kid and Clear Spot, are fantastic. I like Lick My Decals Off. I like it more than Trout Mask Replica. So it was a no-brainer because one day I was at Amoeba Records and this was 50% off. So I picked it up. Another one I bought that was, I don't think it was quite 50% off, but it was like 30 or 40, and I bought that at Amoeba. I bought this one at Amoeba too. Oh, and let me show inside real quick. The newer box sets, the book in there is a lot smaller, but the records are actually records, you know. It's not just a sleeve. It actually comes with a jacket nowadays. And that's the outtakes one. So that is the one improvement on box sets nowadays. You do actually get a jacket, but still, I don't know, I'm not that big on them. This is the next one I bought, and this is really great. It's the best of the BBC radio sessions, 68 to 72. Just fantastic stuff. I highly recommend this. In fact, out of all these, I recommend this one maybe the most. And let's see. Yeah, see, this one is like the old ones. It's just records in a sleeve. 4 records, just fantastic stuff. It's David Bowie live in the studio, and it's just great. Fantastic. The next one I bought, the Beatles' White Album, and it's basically 2 double albums. Got the White Album, the Giles Martin remix, and then you got the Escher demos. Escher, I guess is how you're supposed to pronounce it. All acoustic stuff recorded at George's house, I believe, on a 4-track. But yeah, this is really good. The remix, I really love the remix. Let me show it real quick. I didn't show this one because it's just a double album, but I really love the remix on the Sgt. Pepper's. The outtakes, nothing really that special to me. The outtakes on this one were much better. I like the remix on this one, but not as much as the Sgt. Pepper. And I do have a gripe on a couple of songs. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, during the guitar solo, the guitar is kind of turned down a little too low, and his yelping and his moaning was raised. And I'd rather hear the guitar solo than the moaning. And also, what's that one song, Helter Skelter? It could have been louder and more. I mean, that is a fucking dramatic song, you know. And I think he kind of dropped the ball on that one, especially the way it ended. And my final box set on vinyl is this one. The remix on this one, I even kind of like less than the White Album. The record is you have to turn it way up. You have to turn it up higher than you normally do on a record. And this is basically the Abbey Road, and then it's got a double album of outtakes. The outtakes on this are fantastic. The best of the 3. And what I don't like about the mix on this is he actually changed some stuff on here. And I don't like that. On to the CD box sets. I only paid retail price for these first 2. And the first one is Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run box set here. And this is great. And what I played a lot before I discovered the VC, I used to watch videos, concert videos, music documentaries. But this is one CD that I played a ton. And it's Bruce Springsteen live in London in 1975. Just absolutely fantastic. And the other box set that I paid retail for is this Elvis at Stax. It's a 3 CD box set. This is fantastic stuff. Now all these other box sets, I have quite a few here. I bought at Costco. And really cheap, you know. So, yeah, I like I said, I'm not a fan of box sets, but if I can get them for $19, I'm going to do it, you know. And the best of the bunch, in my opinion, is this one here. If I would have been buying vinyl back then, I would have got this on vinyl. This is fantastic. And again, what I did with this is I recorded my favorite songs onto a 80-minute CD, and I blast this in the car. And I still blast this in the car. But what I found on the CDs, some of my CDs that I recorded, they're starting, they don't play anymore. They actually, it looks like you can see through parts of it. It's like they've got holes or something. But yeah, this is fantastic. My best of the bunch that I got from Costco, by far. It's all outtakes and all just great stuff. I think my next best one I got there is Chess Blues. This is a 3 CD set. I think it should be more than that. It's got a cool book, and I think it's 4 CDs. Yeah, it's 4 CDs. And it's great stuff, dude. And again, I recorded the best of this on a single CD and jam it. I jam this one quite a bit, actually, still. This is fantastic. Another one that I don't quite like as much as those two, but it is good, is the Stack Story. And this has 4 CDs. It's a little more compact, which for me, I like. Doesn't take up too much room. 3 studio CDs, and the 4th one is a live one. The live one's, it's okay. And some of the 70s stuff from Stax, I do not like as much as the 60s. Another one I got real cheap is the Bob Dylan, the Bootleg Series, volumes 1 through 3. And I think it's on Columbia. Columbia had a lot of these box sets at Costco. And it's just the 3Ds. Fantastic. And another Bob Dylan. It's his greatest hits, volumes 1, 2, and 3. And that's what it is, you know, his greatest hits, volume 1, 2. And it's on 4 albums. Oh yeah, one of them was a double album, that's right. Another one I got for cheap, less than for $20, is Willie Nelson, Revolutions of the Time, The Journey, 1975 to 1993. Like I did with the others, I picked the best songs off of this and I made a single CD, and that's what I did with this one. And this CD, the one I have in the car, is fantastic, dude. Neil Diamond, In My Lifetime. I really love his 60s stuff. Some of his 70s stuff I like. Some of it starts to get a little cheesy. And this is a 3 CD set. Great stuff. I never was a big fan of Neil Diamond. In fact, I always wondered, what the hell is he doing playing at the Waltz? You know, he's not cool. Another Bruce Springsteen one I got for probably under $20 is this one here. It's Tracks. I think it's all outtakes. And it's got 4 CDs. A really cool book. And yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cool how these... Yeah. Bruce Springsteen does make good box sets. Another one that's cool is AC/DC. It's got Back in Black, which I don't know if I had that on CD or not. But it's got Live from the Atlantic Studios. Very good shit. And then it's got Let There Be Rock, the movie, Live in Paris. I want to get that on DVD, dude. And then it's got Volts, which is a very good... This is pretty cool. I don't listen to this one that much, though. But yeah, AC/DC. 5. And a book. Now, another one that's one of my favorites, and I've actually made 2 CDs play in the car of these tracks. It's Miles Davis, The Complete Bitches Brew. I remember I got this, I think, for like $14.99. I mean, come on. Oh, no. 4 CDs and a book. I just dropped a little advert. I'll pick it up later. Another one that's good I made a CD out of is Old Friends, Simon and Garfunkel. It's like their greatest hits on 3 CDs, you know. For $15. I know a lot of people talk about, you know, Simon and Garfunkel, and the one with the Bridge Over Troubled Water. They kind of like, oh, it's not really the best. To me, it's the best by far. And another one that is maybe my third favorite, fourth favorite is Otis, the definitive Otis Redding. Fantastic stuff here, dude. 4 CDs. And this one is just, it's great, dude. Look at that. This dude was a hell of a man. Oh, and yeah, you know, I started off this video with my balls. Today on Dead Wax 66 live stream, me and Kit did a virtual hug, and you know, we're all good. Miles Davis, Gil Evans, you know, no hard feelings, Kit. It's all good, man. I mean, to be honest, I like the honesty. I don't know what I did, but I do like the emotional honesty. I mean, I respect that. I get so tired of people on the video. Oh yeah, everything's so beautiful, and yeah, fuck that bullshit. This one here, 6 CDs, Miles Davis with the Gil Evans years. It's got everything they did, and I'm not a fan of this shit. I'm not a fan of this shit. Now on to the cassettes. Now, this day and age, I don't get collecting cassettes. The one thing the advantage that cassettes had over the other mediums was you could record your records. And, like, if there was a song that had a really long, slow intro, you could just edit that part out and just start taping, you know, a minute into the song. Or, you know, you could do all kind of editing stuff that I don't know how to do with my CD recorder. So that was... Oh, and look at... We got some artwork. Oh, look at this one. The Adventures of Super Fish, but it actually says Supper Fish. Little comic book one of my daughters did. These are funny. I'm glad I kept that kind of shit. But anyways, here's my cassettes. The ones that I have. I did used to have a lot more. I'm not going to show them all. I know there's a rare one in here. Where is that damn thing? This one here. Now see, not only don't really get collecting cassettes, I don't like watching videos of people showing them, but I'm going to show a few. Because, I mean, they're so small, man. It doesn't translate well. And I don't normally show even CDs on my videos for that very reason. But I don't hate CDs. But yeah, this is a rare one. It's The Future Looks Bright Ahead. And it was the SST records on one side and Posh Boy on the other. And it never got a vinyl release. I got Black Flag the first 4 years. But, I mean, I bought these when they came out. Fear, the record. We got X, Los Angeles, X, Wild Gift, Bad Brains on ROIR. This was like a cassette-only release for years. And when I did my 100 Best Punk Albums, I did not include this record because the cassette, it doesn't sound that great. But after I made that video, I bought this on vinyl, and man, it should have been in there. Dead Kennedys. This is the Public Image album, live album. It kind of combines some of the best songs from their first 2 studio albums. And this is a really good intro to their early shit. Okay, here's one. James Taylor's Greatest Hits. Yeah! Here's another cool one. It was the Devo live thing. And this one, it came in a paper thing and you pulled it out this way. Like a pack of cigarettes or something. And I'll show a couple more. Here's another one on that ROIR. It's the singles. It's got like the Patti Smith television, early shit. Punkin' Disorderly, I've shown that record before. I used to jam that in the car. And we got Rodney on the Rock, Volume 2. I don't know what happened to my Volume 1, probably lost it. The Clash, Combat Rock. And we got 6 demos I'm going to show. Oh, here's another one. We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll. Great, great album that is. And I'll show one more of my Prince, my favorite Prince album by far. Dirty Mind. And I got some demo ones. Le Door or something. It's got a cop doing some anal stuff there. I think this is a Bakersfield band. Against the Wall. Probably an Orange County. Straight Edge. Freeze Dried Death. Bakersfield Hardcore. Put it back later. Premonition. This is a demo, kind of more of a metal-y type, I believe. Pushed Aside, another Orange County Straight Edge. And these are like, they just put them on these tapes, you know. And that's what, you know, the bands would do. And the Haunted Garage one, Mother's Day. I bought this at a L7 concert. Haunted Garage was the opening band. And they didn't have any vinyl back then. They just had the CDs. Well, anyways, that's it. My box sets and my cassettes. That's all the cassettes I own. And I'll keep those, you know. But anyways, yeah, me and Kit, it's all good. I still don't know what I did, but it's all good, you know. Love you all. Take care. And I'm not going to talk about the COVID-19. I've had it up to here with that shit. You hear it everywhere, you know, and the people on the VC that are talking about it, they just kind of sugarcoat it. And I'm not going to give my opinion because I don't want to alienate anybody, but I definitely have views on it, and they're not the politically correct views, so I'll leave it at that. Take care. Be safe.